Marantz Rantz, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I'm excited that GameStop started pumping the minute I went live. So let's go look at that while I get ready. I'm still getting ready. Let's go.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Kenny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Yes, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Marantz, yes, that's me, the world's best uncle. I don't know if you know, but I got called late last night. Mind you, I didn't get off of work and get home till about 1 a.m. I was dead. I was dead on my feet. And I don't even know why I have time to wake up and study and do all this shit that I do with you guys, but got the phone call. Can you take your nephew to school tomorrow? Yeah. What the hell? You think I care about YouTube? You think I care about these thousands of people that watch the show waiting for me? I'm like you, America. I got to do shit. I still got to go get haircuts. I still got to clean the house. I still got to throw the trash and take my nephew to school. So shout out to my little man. You guys know I coach the basketball team, the football team, and I'm pretty pissed off that I'm not coaching the baseball. No, I'm not. I needed a break. Can you imagine? I was also coaching sports while doing the show, while going to work. Holy shit. I about fell over last year. But we got a new year, new me, and still the same old GameStop. GameStop coming in right now at $23 and some change. Gonna do a little something strange. It's gonna pop up. Listen, guys, I told you, I don't know, last week sometime, what I'm looking at for Monday is gonna be the pressure coming off of the IV. Right? Implied volatility is one thing, but for markets themselves, for the call side of this market, and I try to tell the world, but they don't listen to me, and, you know, oh my God, these billions of dollars on the call side, and I go, yeah, get excited about calls. It's not going up. I know the market's going up today, right? Dead in your face as I tell you right now, this market's going to come down. People think Trump is playing. My president, Donald J. Trump, is not playing with you. He's telling you flat out, this is what I voted for, this is what I expect, and these tariffs are going into place. Now, I know all of the world is coming to their knees like they should because you are privileged. You are born in America. I'm sorry to tell this to you for the ones that are. I know this show's international. I know some of you guys are not born in America. I get it. That's just the law of selection, I guess. I don't know. I got really lucky that I was born somewhere where we're in a country that produces everything for everyone. And just, you know, somebody has to win. Somebody has to be the bank teller. That's all I can tell you. You got to do something. And just so happens this country's, you know, common day Rome. Wait a minute. What happened with Rome? Oh, yeah. You know what happens with Rome? And just so that people don't understand, because I get this from idiots all the time. They try to give me history lessons. And I'm like, dude, you can't teach me something that you didn't read in a book. You know, just because you listen to some guys about what. Let me tell you something about Rome. Truth about Rome is they overexpanded. They overextended themselves. Over all these years, the Roman army wasn't just enough. You know, it's one thing to have an army and then them enforce the rules and the laws and the boundaries. That's exactly what happened with Rome. They fell down because they had no boundaries. They had no border. They were infiltrated and they were taken over. Now the Romans, albeit, confused their people with bread and circus, with the Colosseum, with the games themselves, kept them occupied, kept them distracted. You know, I was distracted. I was distracted for 20 years. 20 years, 22 years being an adult, 24 years of being an adult. And I was distracted because I watched NFL football, baseball, basketball, and anything else that I could get my eyes on. Hell, you guys might even be watching some risque porn sites. Who knows what you're watching? I know the IRS is watching. Or the SEC. Was it the SEC? The most visited website on the SEC was Pornhub? And somebody's OnlyFans? I don't know. My most visited website is GameStop.com. I just want to put that out there. I love GameStop. Thank you. So, my point being, you've been distracted for so long. I'm no different. And I go out there and I start uncovering stones and, oh my God, private equity. Oh my God, GameStop. Oh my God, what's happening with America? This is amazing. Everybody should know this. And then I go in, I make a channel, I make a video, and I find out that 20-year-olds, they're not so hip to this info. And I know this because it's like a case study. This whole thing is a case study. My family's a case study. I have an identical twin brother who has a platform who talks sports. Do you know how many views he gets a day, guys? 1 million views a day. He could put up a video about anything. Click, 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 thumb, thumb, thumb. Oh my God, this is the best news I've ever heard in my life. No, I've never heard that before. What did you hear? I don't know. I heard this college kid was going to run for a lot of yards and catch a lot of balls. And who cares? What the hell's that going to do for my pension plans and my life, my way of life? It's not going to do anything. So I need to make sure I'm doing the right things. And you guys couldn't get me to watch ESPN. I don't watch a single down of sports and out. I know I love the Dodgers. Oh man, I love the Dodgers. I'm like, look at these Dodgers winning the World Series in the fashion they won it in, right? It's a new season this year. Dodgers were 7-0, and I made a TikTok and I said, Dodgers are going 162-0, baby. We all know how that went. They lost the next 3 games. So let me get the hell out of here. What else do I haven't watched one basketball game this year, and I won't. I cut out cable in my home, not because I can't afford it, just by principle. I don't want to pay for something where they force me to have 5,000 channels and only watch 2. Nah, I'm good. My life's better without it. I have you guys. How are we doing out there, guys? How are we doing to the many little Hulkamaniacs out there? Team 51, you know who you are. Larry Chang, the chairman of the board for Chief Investment Officer for Evolution Capital, and the original seed money for Chewy.com, that Larry Chang. The same Larry Chang's on the board of directors for Grove. He's on the board of directors for GameStop. He bought an additional $107,000 worth of GameStop shares yesterday. His filing comes, and it's 5,000 shares. And you know what I'm going to tell you guys about these guys? These guys doing filings and buying stuff. The best part, why are my dogs crying? Sorry, guys. I come prepared for a rainy day. I'll be right back. All right. I live my life with my head on a swivel. Excuse me. I don't play those games. There you go. All right. So, you guys will never live my life. You know, the life of truth? The one where you actually give out the truth and then you have to watch your back when you say it because it's more beneficial for this world to keep lying to you? I am one man on the internet, and I try to figure out how I cross paths with like so many elites. Like, how do they get down into this chat? I'm like, yo, what's going on? Who wants that interview? Who followed me on Twitter? I'm like, why? What the hell's going on around here? Life's too much of a gift to be playing games. Always answer the door with something in my hand. There you go. I love the Glock. It's not a Glock. It's something a little bit easier for me. Remember, I shoot a lot. I go shooting a lot. And the best handheld, recoil, quickest target acquisition, trigger squeeze, all the good stuff, for me is a Ruger. Listen clearly. A Ruger. Go Google it. A Ruger Black. And it's mobile, it's handheld, and it's friendly. I'll just put it that way. If you're ever going to do a Beretta, M9 Beretta, be careful. They're really heavy. They're really heavy. So unless you have time to unholster and do your whole thing, it's going to be a problem. A Glock, a little bit more agile, a little bit more blocky. It's just not there for my hand. If you ever seen my size of my hand, it's different. So you just have to know what's good for you. That's it. All right, lesson 101. Ruger in Prescott, Arizona. Yeah, there you go. Jesus, we do what I can. You'll know it. I got the sticker on the back of my truck. Oh, you want to find out? Go. Yeah, come find out. It's okay. Life's good. Anyway, are we back? Sorry, guys. I got distracted. Life is real. I live in front of you. 1911 is not bad. All right. So, back to what we were talking about. Back to, you know what? I got something for you guys. I want to talk about this. Let's go look at the chart. Here's GameStop. 23.45, bouncing off of 23.04. 7 million shares traded back and forth, which would be zero, essentially. 1% of that actual free float. Or the whole float, but you won't even have that. I see the SPY right here at 505. SPY bouncing all the way to 524. This is a money grab. This is a money grab. Take it out of you. Suck all the liquidity out of you. 502 from 524 to 502 in a morning. Right now in a morning session, you're crazy. You guys are absolutely wild for these types of swings. But I have to go find out where the swing is. If I'm here on the Mag 7 and I see Apple down all the way to 178, 174, no way. No way Apple's a $2.68 trillion company and you're looking at, is it Microsoft? At 2.68. Microsoft's beating out Apple now. That's what's happening here on this swing. But the real swing is here at Nvidia. I already told you. Nvidia's a problem because this is where the money is pumping and dumping out of. This is your economy. This is where they pumped it. If you guys don't know about this whole investment, remember that the economy was trash, okay? Just want to let you know. And back here, it was right here. In 2022, these Nvidia shares were the equivalent of $10. Okay? I think they did a 20 to 1 reverse stock split. But they're essentially $10. And this market pumped it from a $10 stock, $240 billion company, all the way to $3 trillion. They did that. They wanted to do it. They found their vehicle. Look at all this volume over here. Look at all the volume candles right here. This whole section, you know when it was go time. Boom. 3/8 of 2024 was go time for all of Wall Street. That's what it was. You knew what it was. And I looked at it and I said, "Oh, it's everywhere. God, I don't want any part of this." Yeah, you could have gone along for the ride, right? Marantz, you could have went for the ride. Marantz, look at this ride. You missed it. I remember the shares that day. They were like $449. $49 essentially, whatever. Is it 10 split? I don't know what it was. But anyway, yeah, they went. They were 430, 440. I got the phone call from my buddy. And I'm going to go on Nvidia, man. What do you think? I said, I don't get involved. I buy GameStop. Do you know what's crazy? That at that time frame, right there in March, when this started taking off, right? You guys think I'm crazy. Do you know where GameStop was? Anybody remember GameStop compared to that? GameStop was a $10 stock. So GameStop's right here getting pushed down versus Nvidia. GameStop starts going, Nvidia has no choice but to pump itself through the roof. All of it. And so you go ask yourself, what MAGA stocks were pumping during the same time frame? Look at the RSI right here, just gone on Tesla. Tesla was down here in the dumps. In the same time, GameStop gets to $10. Okay? $10 on GameStop. Tesla's down at, I don't even know what it was. What, like 130, 120? Gone to 488. Had to pump. GameStop's pumping. It has to pump. Apple in the same time frame, all the way down to the ground here, pinning them down. 167, 162. What happens? Boom. GameStop goes. Apple's got to go. That's your hedge. We know. Amazon, where is it at? Right here? You got to find the holes. Hey, Amazon's not that bad. Amazon, they don't even care. Yep, nope. They left Amazon alone. That's not part of it. Google. Oh, yeah, Google's all over here. Look at this Google. All the way down to the ground, pumped all the way, $70 when GameStop's pumping. Meta, we know Meta. Holy shit, Meta. Meta took off. Meta was gone. Went from $500 a share all the way to $740. They're just pumps. That's all it is these days. They're right around here. We'll find it. Right there. All the way up. Just straight. Just straight to the peak. Then you let GameStop cool off. What happens? They cool off. Great. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, am I crazy? Nah, Marantz, you're crazy, bro. There ain't no way. That's right, man. I said, are you serious, bros? Are you serious, bros? Watch this shit. Watch this. I'm just checking out our beloved Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Yeah. Flat. You know, I'm curious about Bitcoin. I know it runs with the Qs. Like, I get that. It runs with the Qs, but when do you think this thing's going up? Anytime soon? I don't think so. I think Bitcoin comes down starting tomorrow. I think tomorrow's the day. So right here, I think it comes down to around 65, 66. I think GameStop should buy then. You know what's the best part is I don't know what the regulations state. I don't know what Wall Street allows you to do, or the SEC, I should say. But Larry Chang and Ryan Cohen just bought into GameStop shares, and the dark period opened up. They have insider info. They're ready to go. But they made it all public, their plans. So, no one will be Lloyd today. Nah, I don't have time for Lloyd, bro. Lloyd? Yeah, Lloyd's blocked and banned in the chat in typing. If he wants to go into the Discord and wait for me, he can do that. But I think he found out what it was. And by the way, all the supporters of the show, all you guys who are paid members of the show, your $3 donation that you guys give to the channel, which I'm very thankful for. Those $3 go a long way because the episode yesterday went straight private, and you get to watch it as long as you're a paid member of the channel. And so those $3 are worth it. I think the episode was worth $3. I think the whole month's worth $3. But I can't tell you what to do with your pocket change. I just tell you, I put it into GameStop, or I give it to the kids. Talked to the wife yesterday. Oh man! So wife and I are planning out the next video shoot that we're going to do, the next giveaway, because I have stuff to give away. If you're not familiar, we're going to be giving away things like this. 2 Charizard cards. We'll be giving those away, right? I have an additional 6 cards getting graded at GameStop that I'm going to be giving away. I've got a Shohei Ohtani card given away. I got Ellie De La Cruz giving it away. I've got Aaron Judge doing it big. Aaron Judge giving it away. So no matter who you like, no matter what you like, I've got you. Hell, I even got Gronk. I got Gronk on the parallels. Giving them away. So it just depends what you guys are looking for. I've got them. But we're waiting. A numbered Justin Tuck card up to, I think it's 199 on Topps Chrome. Numbered, 199, green parallel. Drew Bledsoe on purple. I got a lot of cards to give away. Paul Skees, you guys know who he is. The number 1 pitcher in the MLB. Another Shohei Ohtani with all the other guys on it. Jackson Holiday. 2 rookie cards from Jackson Holiday. Look at our boy right here. Hey, don't hurt yourself, Kid Caribou. I know you want those. So, a lot of cards that I have. Ed McCaffrey, rookie card. Luke McCaffrey, rookie card. I'm sorry. So, anyway, a couple of stuff. I got over $100 of GameStop gift cards to give away. And I've got some more stuff. I do what I can. So, we're ready for it. And I told her, I said, hey, let's go and give some stuff away on Saturday. This Saturday. I was like, let's go to the beach. I'll go right back to the beach. I'll go to Venice Beach. I'll go anywhere. And she's like, why don't we go to West Hollywood at night? I said, what? Yo, mama, calm down. I don't know if you guys ever been to West Hollywood, WeHo, in the middle of the night on a Friday or Saturday. She's absolutely crazy. We will not be doing that. I said, Mom, do you know what they're going to do? They're not going to want one thing I got to give away. They're going to want my number. They're going to want a piece of me. That's about it. Agree or disagree with Lloyd, I applaud anyone who calls in to defend their position. Amesh, I forgot we asked. Holy shit. There was some ignorance. You know what Lloyd reminds me of when he comes in sounding like he's, 3 years older than Ancient. I'm 32. Lloyd reminds me of the fee, fi, fo, fum. I'm going to sell some stock and more money's going to come. Yeah, is that what you're going to do? Now I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to make more money. Hey, check this out. You guys want to go to work? You guys want to make the right decision? Check that. I'm going to show you something. Hey, Marantz, tell me how to trade. Hey, Marantz, tell me what to buy. You know what's crazy was the VIX just hit 50, right? It's at 48.17. Who was here? Who was here on this day, on the 25th and the 26th? Who was watching the show? When I said I'd buy the VIX, I'd buy calls on the VIX, or I'd buy the VIX outright. Who was here? Yeah. It's funny, man. The more I learn and I study and I figure out like the actual temperature in the room, I'm like, okay. And the more I understand it, like there's a reason why I'm studying gold right now. Because in the history of investing, let's go look at the charts really quick. My charts. So let's go type in gold. Gold price is $29.98, coming down. All right, so on a 5-day trend, gold is down from almost 3,200, 31.94, all the way down. And it had touched 29.78, and it's still falling down, right? Gold's falling down. In the history of investing gold and oil, which is right now, crude's at $60 a barrel. This is why your gas price is going to be crazy low coming up. Oil, right here, this is your oil's futures, right? So right here, pandemic, oil came crashing down during COVID. During the recession of 22 that they didn't call, oil came crashing down from all-time highs, all the way down from 120 a barrel all the way down to 69. You had a slope here, downside. Oil just comes roaring down. But see, when oil comes roaring down like this is not a recession, right? And the thing that tells me it's not a recession is because we're going to go back to what I showed you. I'll go on this one. Back to gold. And you go to max. And you look and you say, hold on, Marantz, you can't tell me that there's losses in here. When I look at the 5-year, I see the little little downturn that was. But you had gold go flat across. Didn't go up, didn't go down. It went across for months. From 22 all the way to 23, it actually went down right here. It's so hard to gauge gold compared to the rest of the world because gold seldom really comes down. Like it doesn't have a downturn. But I've seen it. I've seen the hitch right here. You see this right here? Down from COVID. Then got pumped up and then got pushed out. Down from the recession of 22. So if you're paying attention, it's very rare where gold goes down. Very rare. It's even more rare when they go down together. When gold and oil go down together. So right now, if I'm looking at it on a smaller term, I have gold going down from 31 to 29. That's huge. That's 10%. Listen to me. That's 10%. Because it's going to go from 3,200 essentially all the way to 29 flat. Somewhere in this range, it's going to be 10%. So right now it's 7 or 8% in that range. But you go ahead and look at oil. And oil right now on the 5-day is down from 71 all the way to 60 flat, $11. Not very sexy shit here to look at. But it's something to think about that when both markets are in a downturn, you might be approaching a recession. These are the telltale signs. These are the indicators before it happens. Somebody asked me what I think the market was going to do. Can I give my expert opinion? You guys don't probably, some of you guys, what expert are you? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just a guy who gets a lot of shit right. So let's talk about it. I feel that this is a dead cat bounce on this market, Monday and Tuesday. Like I said, sucks out the IV. You're going to come at a loss. Theta's going to creep in on your calls. And you're literally going to have nothing at the end of it. So come Wednesday, tomorrow, I would anticipate after hours tomorrow, after they've pumped this market enough, they're going to suck the life out of you come tomorrow, right after hours. So you'll see it get sucked out. You'll see Bitcoin start getting sold off. There's going to be margin calls. There's going to be liquidity requirements. It's going to be bad. My opinion, and we'll see how right I am, I called this same action last week, and I was correct. And I told you why I feel it's this way. It's because Donald Trump is giving a playbook for Wall Street to follow, and he's giving you catalysts. So whether you want to believe him or not, hold on, I gotta sneeze. Oh my God. And the Lord has blessed me. Oh man. Oh, it's like I had some pepper in my nose. In the world, I did have breakfast though. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Greatest cult and get to call family. Thank you, Michael Vanetti. Michael Vanetti's been with me for 22 months. Been here longer. Okay, we'll buy SPY puts before tomorrow. And this man, maybe Josh. Josh, you're the rebel, not me. Josh, when you lose money, man, you can come see me. Is that it? You're going to get mad? You're going to put me on the chopping block? Marantz, you did it again. I don't know. I did call the VIX, though. I called the VIX, and the VIX tells me a lot. We're not even at the end of it all. We're not at the end of it all. You know, gold coming down to the 50-day moving average, that's massive. But oil dropping at the same time, that's a recession. That's a recession. But, you know, maybe it's just a one-off. Hedge funds sold ETFs last week at the second fastest pace in a decade. I didn't know that part. Just read it on the weekly inflows and outflows. There you go. Berkshire Hathaway's above the S&P 500, 23% this year. Do you know who's above everybody? Check this out. I don't like to brag. Here's an account I have. Here's an account I have with a summary. And when the yearly, damn, bro, fuck, man. Are you serious, guys? Guys, can you see that? I gotta know. I mean, not to get all, can you see that? But can you see that? I gotta whisper in my house. Hold on. So the S&P on the 1-year chart is down 1.41%. I hope you can outtrade the S&P 500, you day traders. So on the 1-year chart, S&P's down 1.41%. And my tax return, my 1-year tax return compared to that same time frame, I'm up 115%. Holy shit. What's your return on your money, Marantz? I don't know. About 115%. What's that investment that you're banking on, Marantz? Well, I don't know, because what happened was I was down here in the gutter. Last year, on this same date, this account had $7,000. Shit. Then what happened? Well, you know, it went up and to the right. That's what happened. Why did it go up and to the right, Marantz? Because, you know, the man just has amazing conviction. And he just held on for dear life. That's called hodled. He held on for dear life. Shout out to the real hodlers out there. Look at that. Didn't matter that he went up and he just kept going. Did not matter. He didn't sell nothing. Nothing. You know, you want to make some money in this world, you need to sell. Sell it and then rebuy it. That's what they told me. Come hither, my dear. Come hither. The fact that Bitcoin keeps dropping down, MicroStrategies just keeps falling off the face of the earth. What's going on with all these Bitcoin companies? Why hasn't GameStop bought Bitcoin? Oh, I don't know, because they're smart. They're smart and they're doing their part. I love GameStop right now. I'm looking at all these market caps. Dude, GameStop's going to kill it. You know GameStop gets like $20 billion in market cap? It's over. Like, life is over. The fact that MicroStrategies borrowed all this money to buy Bitcoin, and that then in turn gave them value, which is crazy talk. You mean to tell me people were giving money to MicroStrategies? Of course they were. MicroStrategies played themselves. They played themselves. And those investors are either one, clueless, okay, which I'm going to go with clueless. But then I'm also going to tell you these guys are stupid. Is that the same thing? I'm clueless and stupid, if that's the case. I'm going to tell you guys why I say this. There are some people out there forming a group called what are they called? The MicroStrategies North Star? That's what they're called. They think that they're an investment group. And they're already grouping it around. Oh, yeah, we're going to do meet and greets. Oh, yeah, buy a ticket for this. Yeah, here's our idea. We're going to buy MicroStrategy. We're going to hold this a great investment. Holy shit, guys. I want to see their portfolios. Before you ever start posting and start talking this bullshit, I want to see what you hold, bros. Pocket check. Not that you have to show me your position, not like that. I just don't believe them. I don't believe them. You're up hundreds of percent right now on MicroStrategies if you bought in 2020 and 2019 and 2021 or 2022. You're up crazy amount of money. The stock went all the way up to $500 a share from $4, from $5. I'm telling you. It was $10. It went up to 500 and you're telling me people didn't sell? Bullshit. YouTube channels didn't start till 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. They've been out for 2 months now. Groups of people gathered around on these Spaces calls. This is a great investment. We just love what they're doing. I'm just like, yo, why are they all doing the same thing? Why? Listen, it's like a dead giveaway. You guys can believe me or not. When I see YouTube channels get started and they're all like groups of people, I said, oh, hell no. Like even two dudes, right, together on a stream, like Tony De Niro and Mandalorian. I go, nah, nope. 7 guys? 6 guys? You don't know what that means, guys. Like, any of you guys gamers? You ever get on the game? And you're like, yo, man, we're gonna get on the sticks right now. You know how much coordination it takes to get like a 15-minute game in? Because you're like, all right, let me get on the sticks. And did you throw the trash? You got to feed the kids? What do you got to do? You got to go pick them up at school and come back? All right, man, go ahead. Hurry up. What do you got to do? Oh, you got to go to work. Oh, cool. No, they've got business professionals, dudes out here. I already watched the channel. And I was watching, and I was just like, what the fuck am I watching? Like 7 dudes sitting around computers live streaming. You all just have time to meet up? I last time I saw that was PP Seeds. We all know how that investment went. And the lies that were said on that channel. And by whom? Remember, I get accused of being a plant for years, right? Years people accuse me of being a plant. That guy's a plant. Hedge fund plant. How does he sit in front of the TV all day? How does he sit in front of the camera all day, make content, claims he has a job? There's no way. And then it became like superhuman. Because then they said, well, how the fuck does he do it? What? He makes content and he works? Yeah, because they followed me to work. They videotaped me. They recorded me. Nobody videotapes or records these guys. Nobody knows who the hell they are. Any of them. Oh, I'm still waiting to see Platinum Sparkles walking about the streets. Platinum, nobody notices you? Oh, hey, aren't you the girl from... No, that never happens. Shit. I'll be at work and they just be like this, Marantz Rantz! Out of nowhere, I go, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, all right, cool, bro. It's the internet, bro. Keep it there. Straight up, real talk. Maybe we're just bigger than that. No, hell no, bro. I remember when I had nothing. Still have nothing. You're crazy, guys. I'm telling you, be nervous. Be nervous when they're out there talking to each other. You shouldn't watch them. You shouldn't believe them. I've been wrong like 2 times in my life. I'm just telling you. And one of them was when I thought I was wrong. Martin Scarelli giving out financial advice right now. Challenge return. He's at 1.2%. Am I beating him already? He's in the chat right now. Can I go type to him? Martin, I'm up 115% this year.
So this breaks down between debit and credit.
There you go. Watch this. I type in the chat on his ass. I don't care. Don't worry. Martin Scarelli's live right now.
Yeah, but the kind of stablecoin transactions are not for payments typically.
See what it says. This guy, he's like old school. Like he's always in spreadsheets.
There's just no info there.
For no reason. You don't need to be. He's reading somebody's 10K. You're reading the 10Q for Visa?
115% this year. How about you, clown?
Yeah.
Well,
He just read what I wrote. He just read what I wrote.
I guess it depends on how much assets you have, and did you make those all in one trade? And then, yeah, how much dollars are you actually up? Would be another important question. I think I'm up more dollars than you.
I'm up more dollars than you. Yeah. Yeah, Martin Scarelli, he knows what's up. And these wannabe little traders. They suck. He has little groupies in his chat. Somebody said they're happy for me. Cool. Martin Scarelli called GameStop a $3 stock. A $6 stock. And then they say I have $20. And they say, oh, it must be a $20 portfolio. Yeah. Why is this guy pasting copy the info onto a spreadsheet? It doesn't make any sense to me. The information's already there. There's websites that have all this on there for you. What are you filling out? What are you doing? This is the biggest waste of time I ever seen. Don't worry, I'm not showing you guys. You guys don't need to see it.
So Europe transactions is...
Shut up. I'm going to show you guys some, okay? I'm going to show you the biggest fakes on YouTube right now. This is them. MSTR True North. Okay? MicroStrategy's True North. They put astronauts, they put gorillas and apes, and they're going to the moon. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Do you guys understand what's happening here with this investment and with the people at the round table? Tell me if it looks familiar. Tell me if this sounds familiar. They're bragging about how many views.
And many of you have noticed that we have Ryan is back right below me. Welcome back, Ryan. Okay, Ryan has graduated from Twitter, as many of you may have noticed, and he has now moved on to bigger and better things. As you may start to realize, many of us are pursuing many other avenues outside of MicroStrategy 2 North and just being, crazy guys talking on Twitter and YouTube. And we are pushing the envelope for Bitcoin treasury strategies and the development of the Bitcoin network moving forward into the...
All of this. I get it. You need somebody to unload your bags on, Jeff. And this whole crew. The fact that they have almost 6,000 followers in 2 months and only 100 views on this video tells me everything I need to know. There's so much that I pay attention to on YouTube and things that are true and not. But doesn't this shit look familiar to you? I try to warn you guys. I try to warn you. And it's tough. It's tough because I can only be in one place at one time. But I hope you guys know what it is. They can put anybody at the front of it. I don't care what they have to say. Because it's one thing to make your investment in the dark. It's one thing, you're not fighting off FUD. You're pushing out misinformation. If they know so much and they understand capital structure, then they would understand that MicroStrategies is probably one of the worst leveraged companies in the investment world. Dollar for dollar. Thursday? I'm getting asked a question from a family, but I'm good. So, this is what it is, guys. This is the world you've gone to. You've gone to people dressing up in spacesuits and helmets, and they have nothing to do with the investment. Their thumbnails are astronauts and monkeys and gorillas. I'm trying to tell you. They want one of these channels to catch steam. They want it to catch, some movement, and just like they did with PP Seeds, once it catches it, then they're gonna steamroll you into it. Oh, look at oil coming down to 59. Marantz, how'd you know? Gold coming down to 299. Marantz, how do you know? Oh man, that's scary. All right, let's talk GameStop. You didn't even get to see. Oh, you guys don't even get to see me when I'm on that page. My bad, bros. Did I at least show you the shit? Who knows? Yeah. Okay. Websites. I was looking at oil coming down to 59, gold coming down to 29. Yeah, whatever. Let's go look at some cards. All right. So here's GameStop selling some PSA graded cards, which is cool. Ooh, Spencer Rattler on the green. Prism. Parallel. Rookie card. That's a waste of money. Waste of money for those Saints fans. Saints suck. 2,200 cards on hand, guys. The inventory is increasing. We love to see it happen. We love it when the inventory increases. I'm out here. Let's see what I got. I got some orders out. Let's see where they're at. Shipped and shipped. They're both shipped. Still no details. No details. Not stuff. Not received them. I'm waiting. Don't worry. It was me. And a partridge and a pear tree. All right. GameStop's still looking healthy. Love the financials. In case you forgot them, we'll go over them every day. GameStop coming in at $3.8 billion worth of sales. That is $3.8 billion worth of sales. Their cost of revenue is down $400 million year over year, $450 million. And they're down, 3 plus 2, about 500. So out of all the loss in sales at the top, they only lost gross profit around $56 million. So to lose $56 million of gross profit, and you gave up, almost $500 million top, that's when your SG&A comes in, and you're down on SG&A. And you just keep creeping on down, which is great. Your income went from 7 to negative 14, which was fine because it's quarter to quarter. Should I do it this way? Yeah, I'm fine. And your interest to the moon. So it comes out, pre-tax comes out 131 and 3 cents. 131 and 3 cents, which is awesome. We don't have to do legal settlements. We don't have to do asset write-offs so much, write-downs. No, we're okay. So 131 compared to the 63 we were the previous quarter and or the 6.7 we were last year. To go year versus year, that's the numbers you'd be looking at. You'd be looking at 5.2, just so that we're clear, 5.2 billion last year to 3.8 this year. That's what you've gone down total. So it's $1.4 billion loss on total top-line sales, top-line revenue. And it cost you how much in gross profit? You lost 1.2, but you only lost about 180, 170. Profit margin increased. Well, we almost did 2 times better, which is perfect. I know people are going to go operating income, Marantz. You're at 17.4, but you don't know what's hidden inside of here. You don't know about the one-timers. You have at least, if you look at it SG&A wise, you have, what is that, 30, 31 plus 7, 38? $38 million hidden as far as one-timer things. Like if you're closing down buildings and you're selling off properties, you're doing a lot. It hits that bottom line in the fourth quarter. So it's okay. If we had that plus 31, 38, where would we be? We'd be plus $20 million. Plus $20 million right here on operating income. So, yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm not mad. But the interest number is going to go up because we're now doing about $50 million, $55 million a quarter on interest. So this is going to go up to 220 this year, 210, 220. We'll be up $50 million more dollars in profit. And so that means this number is going to go up another $50 million net income. So you should be around 175 this year at a minimum, 175. But there's still a lot of improvements to be had and other cuts and changes. Also on gross profit margin. So gross profit margin is 29.14. I think that's going to go a lot higher. Even though we just came from 24.55 the previous year, I think that's a big number to go up. 29.14 from there is around 400 and, 40 basis points, 50 basis points. I don't know what it is, 60 basis points, which is a lot, 4.5%. But we're going to go up even higher than that. So I want to be over 30 this year. I want to be in the 31s, 32, something crazy like that, and become like ultra profitable, which we already are. I mean, it's there. Here's a balance sheet for GameStop, just so that we're clear. GameStop's now sitting on not the 5.7. It looks like because they did get the bond offering, so they're at 6.2. Or 1.5. Yeah, 6.2, almost $6.3 billion. So that's a huge number. To be at $6 billion compared to last year's $1 billion. At the time, it was 1.119. So we have a lot of cash, like more cash than you could ever imagine, considering we can operate off of nothing. Literally nothing. And I say that because 148, 101, 141, some change, current liability. You can do this business called GameStop for $665. $665 million is what it's going to cost you. And those are current liabilities. They fluctuate quarter to quarter, which is fine. If we're looking at an annual basis, just so we're clear, compared to last year, you're at 934, we're at 665. So to do business, just in general, guys, we have cut the business completely in half from 2023 to now on expenses, on current liabilities, on total liabilities, essentially almost half as well, because we're carrying over a little bit of debt from France, which is 6.6. These other long-term leases and these other long-term liabilities, those will get cut down as well, since we're cutting out a lot of the footprint. So GameStop is going to be operating on like around 900 million flat on total liabilities compared to the assets, total current assets, which are going to be north of, $6.5 billion. Yeah, it's going to be a great current ratio, over 5 for sure, 5 to 6 on current ratio. Shareholder equity is an additional 150, 1.5, I mean. So you're looking at 6.4 billion, and that puts you in a really good category right now. 6.4 billion gives you some working capital. It gives you a lot more book value. And you're looking at about $14 on book, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited for GameStop. I'm very excited for you as an investor. And you guys should be too. But they're doing the right thing while everyone's watching. So there you go. That's the bulk of GameStop. Cool. All right. Anything else, guys, that we get to talk about? I get to talk about the chat now. This GameStop's coming in at $23.24 and some change. I just like to remind you of what it is every damn day. That's just why I'm here. 168 S&P 500 stocks made a new 52-week low this year compared to 2023. The last time it was this bad was October of 2022. And I told you what it was. We have a death crossing on the SPX. You know, the last time that happened was March of 2022. Let's see. Can I show it to you on a chart? Let's go to GameStop. So SPX itself. So the last time you saw this much downward pressure on a stock was over here. Right here on this right here, 22. So come March time frame when it crossed the death cross right here, it got pumped and then it just dumped all the way out. So it came all the way out of it, and you were looking at around 46 at the top, and it fell all the way down to 34, 35-ish. I know it hit 34 that day though. Yeah, 34 for sure. So to come out, you know, and to drop down that much, 1,200 more points. But at that ratio, you're looking at a 25% drop. So you literally could have a pump today all the way to 5,000. You're still looking for a 25% drop. You're just looking for 1,250 to come out of this market. You're going to end up around 38.50, 38.50. And it's going to be somewhere way down here. Way down here. You should keep falling all the way down here. And that's your recession territory. That's your correction territory. And that's where people will be talking. You know, people will be setting it up and living in that world. So it'll happen. I think you can get down to 38, no problem. I drew this line a while ago. Boy, was I right. He just kept going. So we'll see how it gaps down starting Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Remind me. Put it on my reminder, okay, guys? That we knew what it was and we got it right. Anyone else wants to talk to me? We see the chat. Okay. Let me make sure we're here. Big back. What the hell does that mean, bro? I never know what that means. Oh. That was like, somebody was like, yo, man, she got a big back. I was like, what does that mean? It always meant something different when I was growing up. I think so because he said this is why Warren Buffett's sitting on cash. Yeah. They have to pay back the $1.48 billion over shares, so hopefully at the moment, more interest and income than no Bitcoin overseas. Oh, yeah, I don't know, Daniel. I don't care about it that way. Big back workout, bro. Oh, is that what it is? I don't even know what that is either. Amish, come dismantle this. There we go. Stay cool. There we go. Just started watching Connect the Dots. Amazing work, Marantz. Andrew, thank you so much. The more you watch it, the more you're going to understand it. So I would tell you to keep watching it. Connect the Dots is a 90-part series here on the channel. If you guys have not watched it, there is a playlist called Connect the Dots. I encourage you to watch them. Once you've watched all 90 parts, you will become a better investor. It's the education and what you should do for yourself. That's what you should do. I built it from scratch. I've done all the work. I did all the homework so you didn't have to, but it helps you understand investments moving forward. It is completely free, and it always will be. You know, I had Lloyd come in here and tell me I need to charge for my education and the info I give you guys. And I had a real moment there in my head because, you know, I want to break the kid in half when he says stuff like that. But, like, it's something that you guys don't know. Some of you do know, like, the problem. But love your work, sir. Quick question. What are the odds GameStop can post a profitable quarter one? Pretty good, Dennis. I have them coming in flat. But we'll see how it goes. Don't tell Doge Martin Scarelli has XL access. They'll have to get involved. Oh, who knows? I used to watch this Jeff guy's YouTube channel in 2023. Yeah, MicroStrategies, bro. When they're terrible at stuff, I stay out of it. Cheers, Marantz Team 41. Yep, MicroStrategy Northstar needs social media pumping for people to buy in for their future backs. Correct. Now you understand what it is. So it's cool. Let me... for the Mortgage Messiah? That's funny. Hey, you know what they called me, guys? No, we don't know what they called you, bro. The Mortgage Messiah. Marantz, you know what big back means, Marantz, dirty dog. I don't know what it means. I don't understand. I don't know what that means. But it's cool. I just started hearing it lately, like on like TikTok and stuff. With big back workouts, or I don't know what they were saying. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not hip. So check this out. We were talking about something right now that I got distracted. You said, hold on, dismantle the truth in Trump, nothing but facts proven in court of law. Oh, Amesh Patel. Hey, what's up? So you're saying that you can destroy on just I'm going to read this one last time for you, Amesh, just for the living legend that you are. You said, "I can totally dismantle any defense of Trump using nothing but facts proven in a court of law." Awesome. Hey, bro. Thank you for that. Peace out. Shit. Yeah. Do you understand, like, the whole world lied on him? And then they rigged an election? Are you going to dismantle that? You guys can call bullshit and fuck off all damn day. They stole an election. What you can't do, mister, I can prove everything wrong in this world. Mr. Patel, what you can't do is show me where the fraud has been for the far left producing nonprofit organizations that launder money to each other, all in the disguise of we're part of this program to bring more enlightenment to transgender frogs. Like, you can't confuse me, bro. Elon Musk is out here digging in the graves for dudes that are collecting Social Security for people that are 300 years old. You're gonna tell me? What are you mad about? I love the guys on Twitter. You're pro-Trump if you buy gasoline, and you're pro-Nazi if you buy a Tesla. They protest both. What the fuck they want me to do? They want me to walk? These bitches ain't walking. I got the Tesla protest guy showing up to the Tesla protest in a Tesla. I was like, what? Horse and carriage. My bad. Get the buggy. Oh, God. If I hear another person call a shopping cart a buggy, I'm going to flip the fuck out, bros. Oh. New York literally changed the law so they could prosecute Trump. I wouldn't doubt it. I just want to know, like, what was your option, bro? Patel, what were you mad about? You had your chance. You had Biden for 4 years. He was sleepwalking. That dude couldn't do one presser if he wanted to. Trump's out here just doing presser in the shitter. He's like this. Excuse me. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hey, guys, come in here real quick. I want to tell you something. We're like, what the hell, Donald? You're the man. Get out of here. You got to stop this. VIX touched 50 for the third time today. Man, this volatility is wild. This is nothing. Do you understand? You guys don't get it. I say shit and it's like it just goes over people's heads. I was gonna tell you guys something smart too. I forget. Yeah, this ain't volatility, dude. Trillions of dollars leaving companies and nobody cares. No, they planned it. They're doing it right now. They just can't go straight down. They're too smart. The computers are too smart. You know, the difference between 1987 and now, you got computers doing the trades. Algorithms. You can't sneak up on people. Trigger trades, man. All that purple hair dye messing with his brain. Wake me up when the VIX closes above 100. I mean, it's possible. It'd be the craziest day of your lives, but it's possible. Might be Wednesday. It's possible. I just came out here to hang out with you guys, but I forget what I was going to... I was going to say something. That's ageist? Think of those poor 300-year-olds. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I forgot what I was going to tell you guys. I was going to say something like semi-smart. Man, it doesn't matter now. I have to watch the show back and go, oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I forgot. Well, doesn't matter. I'm going to get going. I'm going to get out of here. You guys have fun with this market. Guys, get my buy order. I put in the Discord. I put a buy order for GameStop. I'm currently sitting on 2 shares. I have 2 shares. So I'll buy one more tomorrow. Do my best. You guys do your best. They're spamming the calls and puts. Yeah, I told you. That's all I can do is all I can ever do is say I told you so. But on this weekly chart, just so we're clear, let me make sure we're on chart settings. Go to the access and it's on extended hours, it's on log, it's good. Okay, good. Before I ever draw lines, I always make sure. Are we on logarithmic trading? We are. Cool. So something like that. Okay. This is the weekly, by the way, guys. So that's the weekly. And I feel we hit the bottom over here. That's what I feel. Now, your boy could be wrong, but he seldom is. And the next move you got to do is you got to shrink this bad boy up. Keep it all relative. You're going to come from way down here. And you're going to hit that 10 mark there. That's your true level of support. Till the day you drop level of support. Right there. That's your top side. Could be stretched out up towards here. Which is fine. You have this one pushing up. That might be the bottom. But you definitely have this bad boy, right? We knew that when it happened. So we got really lucky to break out of that triangle the way we did. But since that triangle happened, you have the top side. You have that touch up there at the top. And so we can literally go all the way out here with the bottom. You guys can call me crazy. Just make sure you know what it is. Just fine. Doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. So this is GameStop. These are your levels of support. If you're looking, we can go to the monthly chart. Look at the monthly chart. It's going to play out perfect. Played up off this line here. It can come down to this bottom purple line. This bottom purple line, I'm going to change the color, and I'm going to keep it yellow. That's the golden brick road, right there. Boom. We can't ever go below this gold line. So let them keep playing around. We'll go sideways a little bit longer in one more month, but we'll pop up out of it. And you go to the weekly chart, you understand what the pushes were, what they touched, what they got close to, and then the push down itself. This is your level of support. This is your true north right there. So up and to the right, break out of this pattern, stay into this zone here, going sideways yet up, and then you'll have a true breakout somewhere over here. I'm going to go with, March or April of 2026. I also see an S&P 500 announcement by then, like getting eligible and being really close. But yeah, we're going to get up out of here. We're going to go, and it's going to be all she wrote. We're going to be somewhere over here. My first share that I will sell is going to be at $5.07 a share, $500.07. I will sell one share a day, every day that we're over that price target. So until we're there, I'm going to keep buying one share a day until we're there. Marantz, do you really believe we will see a big jump higher because of margin calls and how they protect GameStop short positions? No. 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 Oh. Sorry. You know what triggered 2008 and 2007? Just so we're clear. It wasn't like you're looking at these markets and you're like, oh man, this stock and it's going to come lower, margin calls are going to have no. Lehman Brothers was doing fraudulent business deals and they were overextended. They bought bad debt. A lot of these private equity firms borrow money like they're a part of a Ponzi scheme. They continually go to the bank, continually go to the investors and say, hey, we need more. Give us more and give us more time. And we're at the point where Trump's deficit is on the plus side around $2 to $4 trillion on interest and how you want to work towards it. So he's going to have to find that money without giving out money. So that's the problem. The problem you're having right now with financial markets are people are stretched and stressed, and no one's willing to actually give back their money. You know, when people start selling, they want money for what they're selling. And if everybody sells at once, it's a run on the bank, right? So it's a run on Wall Street. So I think it's like they all look at each other like, okay, Trump's going to announce a tariff. Those headlines are going to be sensationalized, and they're going to make us look like we don't have other options. But so what we're going to do is we're going to use this time to go ahead and sell off our position. You're going to sell off the top of this market. And everyone's okay to do it. That's why no one's crying. That's why no one's mad. They're just like, okay, cool. And they've all agreed upon this, I can tell you that. But it's only going to take one. It's only going to take one thing to fall. So once one thing falls, then everyone starts looking at themselves. Because what happens in the world of finance a lot is there's this position, it's called the CRO, and not the Chief Restructuring Officer. It's the Chief Risk Officer. So they actually are doing the assessment and they're doing the risk analysis for their company and what they can stretch and what they can do. And a lot of them will start selling off their assets before they actually, come down to earth. So this year, to give you an example, Kohl's should be selling off all of their stores. They should sell off all their assets and lease them back. That's the game plan. That's the way I see it on the market itself. It'll have an effect on the stock. It'll be sensationalized by Wall Street to say this is such a power move in these trying times to leverage your assets, and you're going to be able to leverage them for cash, and that cash is going to be working capital. You're going to be able to pay off your debt, so you won't have as much stress, and the debt won't be a hindrance. And now you sold off all your properties, but yet you leased them back, and you know what? You're getting good interest rates because interest rates are coming down. The Fed just announced they're going to lower interest rates today. So if they're going to come in and do this emergency ejection, then all they're going to try to do is hold off whatever Trump's doing. And you cannot try to dilute the impact of tariffs if the core objective of tariffs is to generate more money for us via taxes, via duty, right, as we call it. Like there's duty-free items. I don't know if you guys ever knew what any of that meant. Like when you're in the airports, you're traveling, they have a magazine like duty free. Like what? What does that mean? And you're like reading it, and it's just items you can buy tax free. And so a lot of times those items you can't get anywhere else. You can only get it, and it's specialized for the airline and for you. So he said duty. I did. Thank you. First share at 3K. Good job. I'm thankful for these dips. I'm averaging down as much as I can. Yeah. Is the first target to smash. Oh, for you? Cool, man. But yeah, as far as margin calls go, there's intraday margin calls and there's end of the day settlement margin calls. I think the end of the day settlement margin calls are easy for a lot of people. There's Bitcoin. There's other things where people are pumping their liquidity and storing it for a rainy day. So this might be a rainy day. What's happening, Marantz and the crew? Driving and listening. Yeah, me too, man. I'm ready to get up. I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a shower to wake up. I'm gonna rinse off. Even though I already took one this morning, I just want to hit it because I'm telling you right now, guys, I did 13 hours yesterday. 13 hours. I'm not counting YouTube time. I'm talking about 13 hours on my feet in the building. It's the busiest time of my life, and we've got 2 Coachella festivals. I have Stagecoach. I have Easter, and I have a family, and I have YouTube, and I have a lot. So if I'm exhausted and you don't see me all cheery and shit, I'm exhausted. But, taking my nephew to school this morning, finding time to go get a haircut, that was tough for me too. But keep studying, guys. Keep doing what you do. I buy a share of GameStop every day, and I post it, and I talk about it, and I live it. I eat, sleep, and breathe it. You'll thank me one day. And if you don't have one yet, it's never too late, okay? GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I only sleep about 3 to 4 hours a day. And I think everyone knows that part because I'm always live or I'm always posting, even while you're sleeping. Later, guys. Appreciate you guys.